Hurricane Florence continues its charge towards the Carolinas, and the Hamlet City Council holds their monthly meeting. That and more all coming your way on your Wednesday edition of Live at 5, brought to you by Richmond CC. Richmond County's nightly news starts right now. Hurricane Florence has changed its course slightly more to the south since our last weather report. Yesterday evening, Richmond County Schools announced that all schools will be closed tomorrow and Friday due to the storm and its impacts. All afternoon activities for today, Thursday, and Friday have been canceled as well. Stay tuned to the Richmond Observer for future updates on Richmond County schools. And folks, now is the time for all Richmond County residents to prepare for the effects of this storm. Some basic preparedness tips would be to have a minimum of a gallon of water for each person in your household per day. Keep foods that don't require cooking or heating available to eat. And if your power does go out, please do not call 911. Call your service provider, which is either Duke Energy Progress at 1-800-419-6345 or PD Electric at 1-800-693-0190. Make sure that you have a battery-powered radio and extra batteries, your cell phone with charger, and a flashlight with extra batteries. In addition to that, remove items from your porch and store outside furniture in a building, as well as toys and other items that could become flying debris during high winds. Reinforce your garage doors so that high winds will not cause them to collapse. Also, be sure to secure your pets if you have any. Make sure you have plenty of gas in your car in case you are required to leave, but do not go out during the storm unless it is an emergency. Richmond Senior High School will be available as a shelter for those who live in mobile homes, senior citizens, and others who are in need of it. The Hamlet City Council held their monthly meeting last night. After the call to order by Mayor Bill Bayless, a moment of silence was observed in recognition of the events of 9/11. Councilman Jonathan Bowie then spent several minutes highlighting the talents of Hamlet native Nick Wilkes. Nick is a 2017 graduate of Richmond Senior High School and has for several years made many contributions in Hamlet and Rockingham with his decorating skills. His most recent project was making the stage props for the Dancing with the Star fundraiser for Richmond County Hospice, which was held on September the 8th in the Cole Auditorium. Nick made the castle that was the main stage prop out of styrofoam, and it stood almost to the ceiling. He has also done some decorating work for other service organizations, including the Richmond County Chamber of Commerce and the Hamlet Business Development Association. According to Mayor Bayless, Nick's efforts bring more people into the city of Hamlet. Next, for comments from attendees, Bob Ellwanger with the Hamlet Depot Museum reported on a project that the board has been working on since 2015, the acquisition of a silver Meteor train. While 75 Meteor train sets have been made, theirs will be the only one housed in a museum setting. The train will be displayed in the Tornado building on Main Street with attractive lighting, passengers, and custom millwork. The train itself is designed to pay tribute to the 1930s Art Deco period. The budget the depot board has will be $1,500 short for the train and then $900 for 3 additional cars. They were asking the council for the $1,500, which was granted after Bowie noted another project is under budget and suggested funds be reallocated to the depot board project. The council voted to give them the whole $2,400. For more information on the Hamlet City Council meeting, visit richmondobserver.com. When we return, Matt Harrelson will be bringing you your Live at 5 weather report with more on Hurricane Florence. It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
At Richmond Community College, we can prepare you for a high-skill, high-paying career in a variety of fields. From business to education, engineering, utilities, healthcare, criminal justice, information technology, and human services. At Richmond Community College, we can save you thousands of dollars on tuition through our university transfer programs that provide a seamless transition to universities and colleges throughout North Carolina. At Richmond Community College, we are always developing new courses and programs in response to the communities we serve. We offer day, evening, and online courses, and you can now complete 5 curriculum programs entirely online. At Richmond Community College, we believe in helping you prepare for a better life. Richmond Community College. Local college, big impact.
At Kyocera, we see your company differently. We see your documents, how they're accessed, what it takes to keep them secure, and how well your workflow is flowing.
Kyocera helps your entire document infrastructure run more efficiently, securely, and cost-effectively.
And what we see is an opportunity to integrate all of it.
Hayden Construction has 2 new homes under construction at 2 distinct locations, 125 Crystal Court in Carolina Hills and on Robberdale School Road. Both feature incredible floor plans and distinct features inside and out. Hayden Construction, quality, value, and beauty. Call Jamie Smart at 910-331-5811 or Nicole Hayden at 910-995-0717 today to schedule an appointment. Exit Realty, making dreams a reality.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
Today's Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by Exit Realty. And of course, we are continuing to track the progress and path of Hurricane Florence. Taking a look at the map behind me provided by the National Hurricane Center. As you can see, it's still out in the ocean quite a bit. I know that we've had blue skies today. However, that is going to change over the next 48 and 72 hours. One thing that we've noticed that is different, as you can see on the map again, it has kind of turned a little more south. Seems like it's going to hit pretty much right on the North Carolina-South Carolina border. Obviously, anything in red up the border there is a part that could be potentially flooded to the point of catastrophic. So, of course, keep that in mind. But keeping track of it, 8 a.m. for tomorrow, you can see it's going to inch closer and closer. Same thing for 8 p.m. on Thursday night. 8 a.m. Friday is when we're expecting this to hit the Carolinas. Actually should be around probably between 2 and 6 o'clock in the morning. So if you're sleeping, that might actually be when we get the brunt of the hurricane coming on land. Moving further into the weekend on Saturday, as I mentioned before, this thing is expected to turn right now back towards South Carolina, and then as we get into Sunday and Monday, continue its way actually towards Georgia and Tennessee. I know originally it was supposed to hit the Carolinas, head up north towards Virginia and West Virginia, but it has stalled out a little bit and is heading further west now towards the Mississippi. Speaking of that, it has stalled out some in the Atlantic. Of course, original models, we thought this thing would have almost hit us by now. Of course, we've had to postpone that and move it back a couple of days. Nonetheless, it does still give folks a chance to prepare. Now, looking at wind, of course, with a hurricane comes a lot of high-pressure winds. As you can see again on the map behind me provided by the National Hurricane Center, we're expecting Thursday around 6 p.m. for the highest sets of winds to hit Richmond County. Of course, anything that's in this black area, in this, not really a circle, but this oblong character here, means that you have at least a 5% chance of having winds above 40 miles per hour. So as we mentioned throughout the week, and we're going to continue to talk about it, make sure that if you have anything outside, needs to be tied down, moved inside, toys, patio furniture, those sorts of things, to make sure they don't end up flying off as debris and potentially hurting yourself or someone else. Now, here, rain for the next 7 days, and as you can see, all over the Carolinas, we are expecting rain. Starting towards the eastern part of the state, obviously that's going to be hit first. Expect up to 20 inches of rain from the Wilmington to New Bern area. Moving further towards us here in the Sandhills, Lumberton, Clinton, that sort of area, they can still expect up to 15 inches, so at least 2 feet of rain. Here in the Sandhills area, Laurinburg, Rockingham, and Southern Pines, we are all on the cusp of receiving at least 10 inches of rain. Of course, as you move further west towards the mountain, that number gets lower and lower. However, with that being said, you definitely want to make sure that if you're out and about only for emergencies, make sure do not try to drive in this stuff, because it only takes 1 inch of rain for your car to take off without you driving it. Now, as we take a look at the 5-day weather forecast beginning on Thursday, actually 0% chance of rain, believe it or not, for tomorrow, a high of 85, a low of 75. However, this will obviously be the quote-unquote calm before the storm, because on Friday, that jumps all the way up to 70% chance all day long, high of 82, low of 72. The temperature is going to continue to stay in the low 80s with a high of 81 on Saturday, a low of 72 that day. Again, a 70% chance of precipitation as Hurricane Florence sits over the Carolinas. Same thing as we finish out the weekend. Once again, a 70% chance of rain, high of 80, low of 71. The rain is expected to continue on Monday. Add in some thunder and lightning that day as well with a 60% chance of storms, high of 82, low of 71. So again, make sure to be prepared. Make sure that you got everything you need in case we are knocked out of power over the weekend. And that's going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report. When we return, we've got all your Raider sports updates coming up when we return.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is all about rustic home decor and gifts. You will always find a variety of unique antiques, vintage, and new items in our shop. Come and see our selection of housewarming, new baby, and wedding gifts. For the man in your life, we have many collectibles, Boker knives, and leather. And ladies love the jewelry, purses, candles, hats, and t-shirts. We also offer a 30-day layaway program. Come and experience shopping at Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts.
Folks, you're looking at the future home of the Richmond Observer. Last night, Kenny Melvin, along with his son Charlie and wife Leah, put in a $53,000 bid for the former Community One Bank property at the public auction, and the City Council approved the purchase. The city originally bought the property, which include the bank and the old Classic Apparel buildings, for $250,000 in 2015 as a part of an agreement with Community One and Fidelity Banks. At the time, City Manager Crump said the building would be demolished to provide more parking for the Rockingham Police Department. Melvin, who owns the Richmond Observer, said he plans to use the upstairs section for the operations of the online publication and its subsidiaries, Live at 5, Good Morning Sandhills, and the RO Sports Show. For downstairs section, Melvin aims to parcel out the space and start an incubator program for small businesses and have a space for the community to use. With the looming threat of Hurricane Florence bearing down on the North and South Carolina coastlines, the Richmond Senior High School Lady Raiders volleyball team overcame an early scare on the road Tuesday night at 71st High School. The Lady Raiders were one of 4 regularly scheduled teams to play Tuesday, but the threat of the Category 4 storm halted the Richmond tennis and cross-country teams from playing. Also, the Lady Raider golf team, playing just down the road from 71st at Gates Ford Golf and Country Club, saw its first round cut in half due to the anticipated weather. That left head coach Ashley Larson and the Lady Raiders as the only team to complete a full game or match on Tuesday, and they recovered after losing the first set to defeat the Lady Falcons 3-1 in 4 sets. In a match that Larson admitted wasn't pretty, Richmond fell in the first set 26-28 before storming back in the next 3 with winning scores of 25-18, 25-10, and 25-21. With Richmond calling off all athletic events the rest of the week due to the anticipation of Hurricane Florence's arrival, the Lady Raiders will wait out the storm before returning to the court. The next scheduled match is Wednesday, September 19th on the road at Anson High School, but could be delayed depending on the outcome of the storm. Jacoby Baldwin, a sophomore wide receiver on the Richmond Senior High School varsity football team, has been named the first official Richmond County Male Athlete of the Week for 2018 fall sports season. In his first season at the varsity level, Baldwin is one of the several underclassmen wide receivers who has stepped up after senior standout receiver Malik Stanback, a recent Wofford College commit, went down with a season-ending ACL injury over the summer. Baldwin, along with fellow sophomores Caleb Hood, Dalton Stroman, and CJ Tillman, have proven to be part of an impactful bunch that has helped the Raiders out to a 3-1 start. This is Baldwin's first career selection. For more about this week's Athletes of the Week, visit richmondobserver.com. And that's going to do it for today's edition of Live at 5. If you haven't already, be sure to download the Richmond Observer app for your iPhone and Android devices. For all the latest news in Richmond County, visit richmondobserver.com and be sure to tune in to Good Morning Sand Hills Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 8:30. Thanks for watching Live at 5. Good night, Richmond County.